wish each one of you a joyful and successful year ahead. As every year winds down and when New Year is around the corner, there are two things most of us would have on top of our mind. Way to party on 31st night. And the second one is about to make resolutions. I party all through the year except on New Year's Eve. I prefer staying home and ushering in New Year with my family and friends at home. Resolutions. I have had made resolutions in the past but stopped making any resolutions in the last couple of years. The reason being, more often than not, I have ended up breaking them or failed to fulfill them. But if you ask me one resolution which I have not failed or not broken and which gives me a sense of achievement, then the one which will narrate will stand out. I had this bad habit of biting nails in my childhood. It is a common phenomenon and disorder which affects 30 to 40% of the children worldwide in the age group of 7 to 10. Everybody around me, my parents, my brothers, my cousins, my teachers used to nag me. Sometimes my teachers whacked me where it hurts the most, on my tushy. Everyone gave up on me, but in the final year of my graduation, I decided that on New Year's Eve. But how will I do it was $1 million, $64 million question. But I thought to myself, after self-deliberation, concluded that I'll slap myself wherever I am when I bite my nails. With that thought, I went back to my college. And during the course of the lecture, I started biting my nails. Then, as you all know, old habits die hard. Then this thought of resolution popped out of my head and said, stop biting nails. And there came a tight slap on my right cheek. Everybody turned back and looked at me. I just shrugged off and said, I didn't know where it came from. Sitting on the last bench. After a couple of days, I went for a movie along with my classmates. There were a few girls sitting next to us. Movie has almost reached a climax. And I was getting anxious to know what would happen next and start biting my nails. Suddenly, this evil thing again reappeared on top of my mind. Said, stop biting your nails. And then came another slap on my right cheek. The girls who were sitting next to me gave me weird looks, burst into laughter and said, crackpot. Within a couple of months and with few more embarrassing moments, I got over this bad habit. Kudos, Rameshwar. As I told earlier that I stopped making a resolution. That another reason for stopped me from making a resolution was that I thought rather than making and breaking resolutions, why can't I reflect on the year gone by and look at the people who had impacted me, influenced me and inspired me. And in 2010, there are two people, these two beautiful women from two different parts of the world have influenced me and inspired me. They are not only beautiful, down to earth and achievers in their own field. First is Sheena Iyengar. She was born in Canada, raised in USA. She is visually impaired. She lost her eyesight when she was 5 years old. She went to Stanford and Wharton to complete her master's and PhD. And now she teaches at Columbia School of Business. For the last 20 years, she has done a research on the subject called the choice. And recently, she penned down this book, The Art of Choosing. It tries to show us the mysteries surrounding the choices we make, how our surroundings, environment, culture, and tradition affect when we choose things for ourselves. And her book is considered by many analysts as groundbreaking work in the field of marketing. Despite losing her eyesight in her childhood, it did not deter her. She took on the challenges and faced the world, and now she has become a successful professor. Second person on my list is very diminutive to look at, but she is larger than real life character. She is crusader in true self. She is Sunita Krishnan. She was born in Bangalore in 1969. She was gang raped when she was very young. Later, she was badly beaten up, which left her with a partial deafness. But that didn't deter her. She went on to complete her studies and did her PhD. Now she runs an NGO called Prajwala Foundation, which supports destitute children and women, which supports people who are suffering from AIDS and rescues women and children from sex, slavery, and human trafficking. Friends, despite her shortcomings, she went on to become a social activist. These two people have influenced me and taught me a lesson that you will achieve success and fulfill your dreams despite your shortcomings. Madam Toastmaster.